Hi Libra, welcome to your bonus reading for August. I put a post out asking what sign needed a bonus reading now, and a lot of you are Libras. So we're going to just go ahead and get into your reading. I do just want to make one quick announcement. I did start a membership program. It's something I put off. I don't know why. We'll let that car go by. But I did start it. It just kind of came to me in a flash, and so I'm offering some really good things. There's 3 tiers. One is just to help support the channel. 2 gives you membership readings that are just for you guys. Plus, I'm teaching tarot the way I do tarot. And then tier 3 adds 1 extra. You get everything. Plus, we do live readings with just the members, and it's not just yes and no. We go deep. So I just want to let you know about that. There's a join button right below if you're interested. That doesn't commit you by hitting join, by the way. It just shows you the different tiers. Because I feel like eventually I may replace personal readings with memberships, because I just feel like that's how deep we go. So anyways, wanted to let you know about that. This is going to be for Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or you may have a combination of those. This is for those intuitively guided. Many of you are intuitively guided to readings now, and I thank you for trusting your intuition. You could have plans in a sign of Libra. Really, why I'm doing this reading is because I feel that you just need a little extra love. Let's just say a little extra love. So that's what I'm here for. Let's get into your reading. We're going to use 3 different decks. We're going to use the Mother Mary Oracle. We're going to clarify with the Crystal Vision, one of my older decks I brought back out. And we're going to use the Luminous Tarot for your main spread. The Luminous Tarot, it's very much like, traditional tarot. They're just larger images. It's actually it may be a great deck to teach with. We'll see. So that will be your main spread. Okay? Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's start with Mother Mary. Let's get our words of wisdom. My Libras are here because they need help, they need comfort, they need clarity. What can we offer? Got a few birds chirping in the background for you. I often feel birds are also signs from our loved ones. Well, Libra, you got 4. Normally I wouldn't take all 4, and I'm probably not going to read, well, I know I'm not going to read all 4 at the end, but I will read one of them. But let's see what we have. I feel like I have to take them. We have faith. Faith. I have faith in God to heal this situation. Quiet. I go into peaceful silence and I listen. Truth. Truth. I am lovingly honest with myself and others. Father. My true Father is God in heaven, who shines healing love upon me, my birth father, and our relationship. This could certainly signify some, can carry traits of their father that maybe they did not want to carry forward. It's that thing that we don't want to carry forward, but nonetheless, somehow we do. It could talk about, just the healing between relationships between father and daughter, father and son. I often feel this is also a father, fathers who have crossed over and wanting you to heal. Wanting you to heal. Okay. Faith, quiet, truth, and father. Maybe some of you are learning a truth about a father also. Okay, let's go ahead and get into the Luminous Tarot. Everything is pre-shuffled, but I do like to shuffle with you here. By the way, it's a beautiful day today. It's like 78. To me, it's the perfect temperature after some hot and muggy weather. All right, I feel like I'm going to let your story unfold. So we're going to take from the top. We have the King of Wands. I have to say, the King of Wands has made his appearance in quite a few people's readings. This can be in Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Interesting that he's looking back. It's almost like he's ready to take action on something that maybe previously he wasn't, or he didn't, or didn't know how. He sits as a king now, so that wisdom would have to be with him. He's in the upright. If he was reversed, maybe not. But he is looking back, and it's interesting because I feel like he's looking back on purpose. We have the Sun, card of Leo, or the ruler of Leo. We're in Leo's season. We just went through the Lion's Gate portal, which, by the way, is open until August 12th. Really a special time of manifesting. I feel like this is when your angels are reaching down. Anyways, the Sun. The Sun is, it's like your inner child comes out to play. The Sun is complete illumination. There's no need to fear. There's nothing hiding in the shadows. The sun is a brand new day to me, right? Think the sun rises every day, brand new, and sets. Maybe I've been in the sunset for a while, and I'm going into the sunrise. We have, interesting, the Knight of Wands, who is also coming in this direction to the Sun, through the Sun. We have the Five of Pentacles. Interesting. It's almost like it doesn't belong here right now. But I feel like this Knight is interesting because all of a sudden I feel like this Knight has traveled through, let me bring my lid down, has traveled through the energy of the Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles, first of all, that means some type of change took place, some type of change that normally in the Five of Pentacles is not necessarily what we asked for. It's just like it's beyond our control. It's that energy of being thrown out into the dark or thrown out in the cold. But you got to keep moving, right? It's like you don't have an option. Interesting that this Knight is coming from that energy. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Five of Wands. So now we have two fives. This Five of Wands is coming right under the King of Wands. Could talk about someone who, and listen, let's face it, Wands, how do I say this without insulting them? Because it's not what I mean. But Wands can live in their ego, right? But it's because a lot of times, think of Leo with the Sun here. Leo is meant to be the star, right? Feels best when they're out front. you know, and the attention's on them. It does, and sometimes that works against them, right? Sometimes it's just right where they should be. Anyway, not sure why I'm saying all that, except I feel like this king really has had the realization that whatever happened in this Five of Pentacles, maybe it's due to his or her own ego. Maybe they've had the realization, because it's 5 and a 5 would be a 10, and remember, both 5s speak a change. Let's keep going. We have the High Priestess, your intuition, under the Sun. You know, it tells me, like, if you're receiving signs, trust them, believe them. And if you don't, ask for them to show again, and they will. But, you know, learning to trust the signs the first time, I feel like, what does that do? It just you know, I feel like signs are constantly there. It's when do we realize it, right? When do we see it? Because sometimes our focus, you know, we're so focused over here that we're not open, you know, to receiving in that way. Anyway, and I'm saying that because I feel like it's like these epiphanies or signs that you're receiving, I feel like they're truth. Maybe that's why truth is here, because I feel like they are your truth. Okay, let's keep going. We have the Fool. Taking a chance. Taking a chance on this night that's coming in. And then we have the King of Cups. Interesting. Can be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, of course. King of Cups usually, and the King is looking towards the future, by the way. The King of Wands is looking towards the past. And they may be the same person. I just want to say that because I feel like this King of Wands, I feel like whether it's fire or not, I feel like this is someone who's had the realization of how their own ego has affected them, affected their life, and maybe even caused someone or separation from, whether they gave someone power because, you know, it's almost like I'm fooling myself. And maybe I was younger, you know, with the Knight there, maybe I was younger. But I feel like they have this realization because they have the Sun right next to them, so they have complete illumination. That's not just of others, that's also of oneself, right? Especially with the High Priestess here. So I do feel like there's a change within this king, and then this would make sense that the King of Cups would show up, because the King of Cups is someone who, listen, I just know I feel better in a relationship. Doesn't mean they have to have a relationship. I don't want you to think that, but this is someone who, I just feel better in a relationship. I feel better having that person. Maybe I'm ready to be in a relationship. Maybe I have recognized these parts of myself. Maybe I've gone into quiet meditation. Maybe I know my own truth. Alright, let's look at the bottom of the deck. We have the Death card. Card of Scorpio. Card of Endings. The endings are so a rebirth can take place, though. You know, what no longer is serving us. No sense of keeping around. You know what I mean? It's like dead weight. And I feel like I'm saying that through my ego. But I mean that in all ways, really. Even, you know, like spiritually. Like, you know, if I'm carrying someone's responsibilities over and over and over again. I've got to see that. Anyways, Death card says, certain doors need to close so that other doors can open. That's why we probably have this change here. All right. Let's bring in the Crystal Tarot. Well, hello, Ten of Pentacles. It's like it wanted me to see it. I feel like I have this too low. Everything's pre-shuffled. Let's give them a cut. And for these, I am going to shuffle. And let's start at the beginning. Let's know more about why this King of Wands is here. Some of you, it's you. Don't always think, well, but you're doing Libra, and it would have to be the King or Queen of Swords. I don't think so. Because I feel like, there's a lot of people. So it's talking more about what kind of energy would serve you. Like, would being in the Pentacles serve me more right now than being in the Cups? That type of thing. Think about, the planetary action. Like right now we're in Leo, and Leo loves to have fun, right? And then we're moving into Virgo, and Virgo is very much about the foundation. So it's, it's a little bit of different energy. And then take yourself and say, okay, how will I best work within this energy? Anyways, and I have to tell you, for the majority, I don't even feel like this King of Wands is you. All right. Well, we have the Knight of Cups. We have the Nine of Cups. Interesting, because this king is sending out this knight. I feel like, I can look at this knight, and this knight's coming from the Five of Pentacles energy. So it's coming from more of that difficult energies. Maybe someone who's come, this may be their second try. I don't know. But I still feel like this is talking about someone's growth. I feel like it was someone's growth. And I'm saying that because the sun is, I'm saying it because I feel it, but also I see it. The sun is like right there, right at their back. And the Nine of Cups is coming out over that, over the sun. So this is someone who's definitely found balance within themselves, joy within themselves. And I don't mean that in an egotistical way. I mean that in harmony within themselves. I feel like this is someone who battled something and overcame it. And now, I feel like they're sending in this Knight of Cups. This Knight of Cups, and this may be why the Death card is here, by the way. This may be saying, even if it's just like remaining thoughts, like ending, closing the doors to what wasn't serving us. Even if this is someone coming back, are they coming back better? Right? Are you, are you where you need to be? Are they where they need to be? But with the Death card here, it signifies to me that you are. And it signifies to me that so is this king. Because I feel like it's the king who's sending in this knight. This knight is bringing in a cup. Interesting, because I feel like this is someone who is single. Whether they just became single, right? Maybe this Five of Pentacles could talk about, like, a divorce, a separation from. Maybe they didn't even ask for it. But nonetheless, they overcame it. And maybe it took time. Maybe it took time. But nonetheless, I feel like this king has had that time to see those things and have those realizations, because ultimately ending up in the Nine of Cups, first of all, tells me that feels very singular to me. Like, it's just me. You don't have to worry about, like, that there's another half attached to me. It's me. But I feel like, and although I'm fine in this Nine of Cups, ultimately, with this King of Cups, I feel like I'd like to be in a relationship. I'd like to give it a try with the Fool here. I'd like to give it a try. I feel maybe they're intuitively guided towards you towards them. Of course, this could be flip-flop. You may be this king. Again, I'm saying king, but know that can be female, male, because we all have masculine and feminine within us. All of a sudden, I'm thinking, like, sometimes, I don't even know what I was going to say. All right, let's keep going. I think I was thinking of the king in the past, because I was thinking about, like, someone's chest, like, what do you call that? When they, puff out their chest. We have the Hermit, card of Virgo, and then we have the Moon. Interesting. So we have the Sun, we have the Moon, card of Pisces, ruler of Cancer. We have the ruler of Leo and the ruler of Cancer. You have Virgo and Cancer or Pisces right there, but it's same over here with Leo and Virgo. Anyway, I feel like the Hermit's coming over this Knight of Wands because, first of all, this Hermit is, he's shining his beacon outward. To me, it's the illumination, right? It's like, it's the self-awareness, and then maybe, I have a feeling like maybe this king, like, helped people through the dark. Like, in some way they help people through the dark. And maybe they're living, listen, it's almost like, maybe I was like an executive, but it wasn't fulfilling me. Maybe the money was great, right? But there's nothing here about money. This is more about emotions. So I don't feel like it was fulfilling me. And then I start following, what I feel is more natural to me. And I feel like with this person, it's like, it's almost like a service. If you think of the Hermit, which is the card of Virgo, and Virgo, which is the card of service, or the energy of service, right? Even I take my name, which is Sandra, which is the defender of man, so like being in the role that I'm in right now feels very natural to me. And that's what I'm saying here. I feel like, so someone starts to follow a different path. And listen, I may have been pushed in this direction against my own wishes, but eventually I figure out that it's putting me right where I've always wanted to be, so to speak. Now I feel that's more the king, but I do feel that like it brings me satisfaction to help others find their way out of the dark, whatever that dark may mean to you and to them. All right, let's keep going. Anyway, I feel like this this king is sending in this Knight of Cups. Again, Knight of Cups talks about unexpected love. This knight is bringing a cup in that is unexpected. Look at this. We have the Three of Cups. First of all, I want to say, it's in the upright. It talks about the or a reason to celebrate, something that I want to celebrate, which would make sense here. So I feel like if this king, whether I know them or I don't know them, I kind of feel like you must have, though. Well, I shouldn't say that, because unless you were also in that Five of Pentacles with them. Anyways, I feel like this Knight bringing this cup gives you a reason to celebrate. Now, I feel like if you knew them and we go back in time, I feel like maybe where I can look at like some of the issues, because listen, if I want to do it again, then we want to make sure those issues are solved, right? And I feel like one of them may have been like a time when we were just drinking a lot. We were partying a lot. And, so maybe not making at least personal decisions with each other through our sober mind, so to speak. Now, I almost feel like it's kind of natural. But why I'm saying that is because I feel like this king understands that. Okay, well, hello, Ten of Pentacles. So we saw the Ten of Pentacles on the bottom, right? What's made its way out. And look at this. Look at this. It's coming under the Nine of Cups. Remember I said the Nine of Cups felt singular, right? And I do feel like this king or queen is single. And then I do feel like this king or queen is sending out this Knight. Now, then we move into, and then I do feel like for the majority it's like a reason to celebrate, and then we move into the Ten of Pentacles. Wow, I'm no longer single in that energy. This is who I want to be with. This is my family. This is who I want to set down roots with. Whether it's from the beginning, I don't know. Then we have, look at this, the King of Pentacles. Coming over the Fool. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Coming over the Fool, but right under the Hermit. So for some of you, it could certainly be your neighbor. And then we have the Devil. Interesting. Now we have Capricorn. We have a lot of people right there. The Devil speaks of influence. And sometimes it's dark influence. And I feel like that's just what it's saying here, coming over this Five of Pentacles and the King of Cups. How do I say it? Because especially with the moon, like the moon casting shadows upon like what's below it. So that Five of Pentacles, again, I feel like I'm going back in time, because I feel like, I was influenced, like being influenced. Now, I'm not making excuses, right? Because it's like I'm not blaming other people. It's me that was influenced to something. It's an illusion now, so to speak. Okay, well, I don't want to leave it there. And for some, listen, I feel like it's a Capricorn sitting right next to that King of Pentacles. And it doesn't really matter. It may even talk about, it's interesting because, this king may even speak of someone who has even spent a lot of time like building up success for themselves. Again, I feel like what I do, I love. Like, I really get that energy, whether that's you, them, or both. It's just like, it just feels very natural. And listen, I guess also very abundant, whether I know that yet or not. But coming over the High Priestess of 10 of Pentacles. You know, it's like almost like my intuition's telling me that. We have the Knight of Swords, okay? We have the Five of Pentacles. She was in reverse. We'll leave that there for a second. We have the Two of Swords. And then we have the Wheel. You know, I feel like I know the reading. I know the reading. I feel like, again, I know I'm going to repeat it, but I'm going to do it in a story form, because I feel like this King of Wands, whoever it may be, don't just think fire, but think action. So I know this king, listen, first of all, I feel like a king must have closed the door to something and is now allowing their self to have a rebirth. I feel like they're ready for this rebirth. I feel like this has been time. Again, whether I know this person or not, I feel like I know them from here. Because I feel like they themselves have gone through a struggle. You know, they're mirroring the Five of Pentacles. So they themselves have even gone through the struggle. But nonetheless, I feel like, you know, this king is coming in. Like, if I was going to say something, it's like, I realize, like, you know, between the partying and my ego, it was too much. I understand it. I see it all now. And I've grown, because I definitely feel like all these knights, but then here's these kings, right? So I've grown. You know, I've grown. So ultimately, I feel like, you know, then you have the Nine of Cups, so singular, right? And feeling pretty good in it, but ready to move into the Ten of Pentacles. Again, this is someone that I want to put down roots with. This is someone that, if nothing else, I want to start a family with, or it can be blended families, but it truly is putting roots down. You know, I feel like the Five of Pentacles showed in reverse, because it's saying that this Five of Pentacles over here, which can feel like a tower, has no effect over here. It's gone. It just has no effect. Now, on the other hand of that, who's ever receiving this Knight, I feel like there's still a little like, I don't know. But then the Wheel shows up, which speaks of destiny, which speaks of things moving. You know, listen, this is a time to live your true dreams, but you have to follow them. It's like we can't expect them just to fall in our lap. But many times, like, yeah, here comes this cup. I mean, here it comes. Whether I'm ready or not, here it comes. What I do with it is going to be up to me. I can say, nope, I don't know, I'm unsure. Or I may question, right? I may question, should I be doing this? Listen, it's on the wheel, but it doesn't mean that you have to. You know, truly, the choice lies within your hands. Do you want to? Is it good for you? Will it help expand you? Will it expand your heart? Will it expand your life? You know, I'm not expecting perfection, because I'm not perfect. But I am expecting loyalty and trust and honor and all that. I know that because of the pentacles that are showing. Not just that, but I feel like this king, again, is very ready to be in a relationship. And I don't think it came easy. You know, they had their own path, as so did you, as so did I, right? The Wheel. Okay. Only thing I want to look at, because I get what's happening, but I want to look at the Two of Swords, because I feel like it's the only block that lies here. We have even the Five of Pentacles has been solved, right? It's like that problem's been solved. So we have the Eight of Wands. Okay. This may say that, whoa, I don't know, buddy. It's moving pretty quick. It's moving a lot faster than I can handle. Maybe, right? Because it is very fast-moving energy, and I'm only really looking at the Two of Swords. Like, what would make me block this cup? Let's say. Now, the Eight of Wands. You know, it's your intention also. What I think about, I bring about. So, you know, coming over the Two of Swords, it's like the decision lies in your hands. 8 is about self. But 8 is also about the material world and the beauty of it, right? And taking advantage, and I don't mean it in an egotistical way, but taking advantage of these experiences that your soul's having. 8 is also August. 8 is also infinity, as above, so below. What that means to me is there's really no experience that I'm having that hasn't already been had. And I often feel that means from my higher self. You know, or let's just put it this way, what I have to keep reminding myself, even though I'm having sometimes these human experiences, right? But I am spirit, above all. Okay, we have one down. We have the Hierophant. Well, that goes the whole way back to faith, right to the beginning of what Mother Mary said. It's funny, we have all the earth out, because now we have Taurus out also. So all the earth signs will come out to play. And then we have the Magician. Interesting. The Manifester. Listen, you know, it's coming very close to the Fool and the Magician. And this is part of what I'm going to teach in my Tarot class, like how I read Tarot. But the Magician is the Fool's first teacher along this journey. And, you know, the Magician is teaching the Fool that, you know, the Fool is well equipped to handle anything that may come, right? Because the Fool has these tools within him or her, you know, and that is like the wisdom, you know, and sometimes that doesn't pop up until it's needed. Like, oh, I didn't even know I knew that. Okay, what's down here? We have the Page of Pentacles. Interesting. And I have to say, it's the only female page that showed up in the reading. It's going to talk about you and your younger self. I'm just looking at the page. She's under this king. You know, I feel like it's just talking about different types of relationships that are coming together, maybe in very similar ways, but yet different. I feel like the Five of Pentacles, we can look at that, each of us can look at that in a different way. You know, like what was it that happened that was beyond my control? It could be I lost a job, but lo and behold, then I end up with this career that, who would have thought, right? And it brings me a true sense of joy. Also, I feel like it brings you abundance, brings them abundance. Maybe you both do the same thing in your different ways. You know, this page, she's got the wheel attached to her. This page is about learning. It's a path of learning and growing and wisdom and building one's pentacles, right? Making sure the foundation is strong, all of that. She's very laid back kind of, you know, energy. I almost feel like, you know, like the hippie child. Maybe that's who I was. Anyway, The Magician. You know, this must also talk about the Lionsgate portal a little bit too, because the Magician with the Eight of Wands right there, like fast-moving energy. Fast-moving energy. And here's what I think. I think it just throws you in a little bit of tizzy. And at that point, it's like you're at that crossroad. Do I say yes? Or do I say no? So interesting. What I see last night on one of the talk shows, the late night talk shows, it was about a show that I used to love, Quantum Leap. But they were talking about, I just forgot. So weird how my mind does that. Well, long story short, it's about like going back in time, and then, oh no, I know what it's about. It's about two different paths, you know, and how it was explained. Like one path was like, you know, I go to college, but yet then I find myself pregnant, let's say, and you know, we start a family, and there's that path. Or I take this path where I don't find myself pregnant, and you know, like, in each having their own glory, right? It's not that it's one's right, one's wrong. It's like each has their own glory. So, and I feel like that's what our life does. It, you know, it's like at each decision point, it goes off at two paths. Neither is right nor wrong. What do you want? What do you want? All right. Interesting. I think I'm going to read, it's funny, I have faith, quiet, truth, and Father. I think what I'm going to read is truth. Because I think without truth, so funny, I just landed on trust. I think without truth, you know. What do you have? Well, I'm just thinking this country right now. Wow. You drew this card because some truth is being hidden. Most likely, you're the one hiding it from yourself. That's probably that Two of Swords. How do you really feel about the present situation? This card counsels you to take an honest inventory, admitting your most vulnerable feelings to yourself. If someone isn't being forthright with you, you'll know within your heart. The first person who comes to mind is probably involved in this dishonesty. Sometimes people aren't truthful because their fear of conflict makes them people please. Other times, dishonesty stems from a lack mentality, arising when individuals believe they have to take what they want because there's not enough to go around. Take time to sit quietly in meditation and ask God and the Holy Spirit to reveal the truth about your present situation. Although truth has a subjective component, an opinion about the same situation will vary from person to person. There's a need for greater honesty in order to heal and resolve the present situation. Amen. Amen. I love you guys. I'm going to leave it there. I thank you. Your monthly for August is already done. There's a lot of little extra readings out there for you. I do them just to help you see, like I do past life readings to help you see, you know, oh, okay, maybe I brought that forward, or maybe we brought that forward, right? Maybe it wasn't completed in that lifetime. I do your life path, your personal number, all that. So go to the playlist and have a ball. Get to know yourself. I love you. I have a lot of Libras I love. I didn't shout out to, but you know who you are. I love Libra. I will see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.